Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to episode 57 of Coffee Talk with Hazel. I have coffee. Thank God for coupons. Free coupons, I might add. Although I did have a couple already. On a 2-hour bus ride, that shit goes pretty damn fast. And plus, you can never have too much coffee. And this is an Oreo frap, so it's pretty damn good. So, as always, thank you to everybody who continues to show their support. To the new people who have been showing support, it means a lot to me. It really does. The non-stop encouragement and the love and the likes and the retweets and the sharing. I wish there was more than just thank you, but for now, thank you is all I have. I guess since I'm sitting, I can take off my backpack. It's kind of heavy. It's got my hopes and dreams in it. I'm just kidding. So, I'm sorry I didn't post a video yesterday. I wanted to when I got off, but I got lucky and when I got off, I caught my first bus, and then when I got off that bus, I was able to catch my second bus instead of having to wait half an hour. So, yay. Plus, I was just so exuberant because yesterday, I made 5 sales. Like, to me, that's really exciting. 5 sales in one day, like, it's insane, especially considering how the day started out. Like, I don't know, but I was talking to an old friend yesterday, and I was like, I keep missing my bus. And then one of the buses I was on got into an accident. And they were like, well, maybe because the morning/afternoon started off so bad, maybe that means you'll have a good time at work or a good day at work, whatever. And I was like, man, I hope so. Because this constant non-stop of bad luck dominoes is just, it takes a toll on a person after a while, And then I start to become like, down on myself, feeling like I'm a disappointment, that I'm failing, that I have failed, that I'll do nothing but continue to fail. And that's not who I am. That's not how I want to be, Nah, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And they were right. Since the day/afternoon started off so bad, my work day was amazing. And I also won something for second place of hacky sack, or not hacky sack, beanie bags, bean bags, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I really needed those 5 sales. Although my job is not commission based, you get awarded for the number of sales. And considering yesterday was the first and I have absolutely nothing for rent, I think I have like 23 pennies to my name right now. 25. I found 2 pennies this morning. I really needed a day like yesterday, and I'm super incredibly grateful for it, and even more so that because I did so awesome yesterday, I get to come in early today. So instead of my normal 2 to 7, I'm 8:30 to 1, so it gives me time to do this video for you guys. I know you miss me. And I know some of you are like, yeah, I missed you with every bullet so far. And that's okay. You know, I'm beginning to understand. I'm beginning to realize, understand, and accept the fact that people can't do the things I do or show their feelings the way that I do. And that's totally fine. Like, to each his own, you know? Like, I have no problem with that whatsoever, you know? To me, you know, I like people the way they are. If everybody was like me, I'd be like, God damn, I'm annoying. Like, get away from me. You know? Sometimes it does suck, just for the simple fact that to some people, I show my feelings more than I do to others. And when it feels like they just brush it off, like, oh yeah, well, I know you care, but thanks. Or, you know, oh yeah, you know, she's grateful, so she'll let me treat her however I want, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And I would sit in a pile of ants. They're not even ants. I don't know what the hell they are. But we're moving. So anyways. So, yeah. And you know, that's honestly just not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain people that I let treat me a way that I shouldn't let them treat me. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really have a choice in how they treat me, because that's just who they are, you know? And it's not necessarily like the treatment is bad. God, it does sound like I'm making excuses, don't it? That's horrible. Sit on this wall. So anyways. So yeah. And, you know, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that everybody acts a certain way when they're feeling a certain way. It doesn't matter who you are, how tough you think you are, or how many feelings you don't have. And because I'm self-conscious, we're gonna move down to the curb because I can feel people watching me. I know that's totally stupid. Like, how or why are you gonna have a channel, but yet be self-conscious because people are watching you? I don't know. It's kind of like stage fright. Like, yeah. I was in choir for 12 years and I still can't bring myself to sing in front of people. Although if you watched me stream, I'm sorry. It's not my best performances, I might add. But anyways. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So, don't matter how tough you are, or you know, how you think you don't have feelings. Everybody has feelings. I don't care who you are, what you've been through. I mean, I care, but you know, trust me, I've tried to get to the point to where I try to make myself not have feelings, to not care. I've had people tell me that it's because I'm actually human, and therefore I'm always going to care about people. I've also had people tell me that it's because I'm a wuss or pussy or crybaby. And you know, in a way, they're all right. You know, there's some people that I don't care for, but I wouldn't wish anything bad upon them. And there's people that I would literally take a bullet for just so the world didn't have to live without them. Like my kids, I would definitely take a bullet for my kids. But if you're a parent, you should fucking do that anyway. Like, that should be like a given. That should be on the birth certificate. I'm just kidding. But anyways, so yeah, you know, I know for me, when I get really stressed out and I'm on the verge of breaking, I become shell-bound, I guess you could say. Meaning, I crawl into my shell and I just lay in wait for the domino effect to happen again. You know, I stay to myself. I don't talk to anybody. I give super short answers. Some would say I have an attitude. And maybe in some ways I do. But I don't necessarily try to, you know. I try to lighten the mood, but people take it the wrong way, and then it just kills what little bit of light I had at that moment, you know. Like, if I was being bitchy 10 minutes ago, but now I'm trying to be playful, and somebody brushes that off or is like, why are you being so annoying, you know? It's like, alright, I'm just gonna go back to fucking being bitchy then, because I was trying to lighten the mood and you want to be a fucking douche and not help me do that. My ex-husband used to do that shit all the time. Like, I'm sorry, I know I'm in a bad mood, but, you know, right now I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to turn it around. You know, it's hard and it's stressful. You know, I am totally stressing / freaking out about my rent. Like, a lot of people have been telling me I was in over my head thinking that I could just move into this apartment and then 2.5 weeks later have rent again. Like, yeah, maybe. But you know, and no offense to my mom or my stepdad at all, but I had to get out on my own, because if I didn't, you know, I wasn't gonna go anywhere. I wasn't gonna do anything with my life, you know, and that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. But anybody who's ever lived with their parents knows that when you live with your parents, you know, there's this part of you, or even if you live with your friends, there's this part of you that is like, you know, well, I don't really have to do anything because, you know, you feel safe, and, you know, like, nothing can go wrong, even though everything always totally goes wrong. But, you know, you feel safe, and you know that even if you fail, your parents aren't just going to put you out on the street. You know? And it's not that I wasn't trying before, because I was, but I'll admit I wasn't trying as hard as I should have been. I wasn't pushing myself to the full extent. You know, the other reason being I didn't have anybody to watch my kids, so I can go to work. Believe me, I tried everything. I asked everybody I knew, and I got the same response from 97% of everybody, and that was, you need to stop relying on everybody. And I'll admit, I was shocked because I'm like, I don't rely on anybody. I never have. But the truth of the matter is, I did. I allowed myself to become dependent on people, on my mom, on my stepdad, you know, my friend that I lived with, my boyfriend. You know, I became dependent on these people, and nothing against them. But anybody who truly, truly knows me knows I don't depend on anybody. Ever. And that might hurt some people, and I'm sorry if it does. I don't mean for it to. But it's not easy for me to depend on people, and those people who I'm depending on to watch me consistently fail at time after time after time. It's embarrassing for one, and two, it's discouraging. It's not something that I want people to see. I only want people to see what I allow them to see. And what I allow them to see, I want to be nothing but success and proudness and my independence, you know, like, damn, you know, 6 months ago or 2 months ago, she was living in a shell in her mom's spare bedroom, but damn, look at that girl go, you know? Like, I don't need to hear it, but that's what I'm going for, I guess you could say. I have so many thoughts going on in my head right now. Voices, I guess you could say. Maybe that makes me crazy. But, you know, my mind never stops. I'm constantly going. And I no longer think it's a bad thing, but I'm not so sure that it's a good thing anymore either. But on a plus side, I know that no matter what happens, it's going to work out in the end. You know, and if I end up losing the apartment, then that's really going to suck, but it just means it wasn't the apartment for me, and it was a fun trial while it lasted. And I'll just have to try again somewhere else. But if I get lucky and I get to keep the apartment, best believe I'm going to work my ass off to keep it, no matter what it takes. And if that means I have to get a second job, so be it. Now, that's all I have for you guys today, because I am at work now. Well, I've been at work, but I have to go because my shift starts in 10 minutes. And it's a good 5-minute walk from here. 3 if I speed walk, but yeah. So, thank you guys again. If you haven't done so already, click subscribe, like this video, leave a comment if you want. It's not a requirement, but I would definitely love to see what you guys think or how you guys feel, and if these videos help you at all. You know, if there's something specific you want me to talk about, definitely leave a comment or message me. You can find me almost anywhere, and my information is usually in the description below, but considering I'm at work and don't have my laptop with me, it won't be down below until later on, which if you're watching this later on, then it's not a problem. With that being said, Hazel out.